Mmm. Oh my goodness. This is actually really good. See, there's some chocolate inside. Highly recommend.
Our family loves to cook, and we show our love through food. When I asked my sister-in-law and a good friend what I can bake for them this weekend, both said they wanted chocolate crinkles. The recipe we are recreating is from Sally of Sally's Baking Addiction. The link for the recipe found on her website will be included in the description box below. Let's get started! First, we need softened butter, brown sugar, granulated white sugar, baking soda, salt, eggs, pure vanilla extract, and cocoa powder. Oh, don't forget the flour. In a separate bowl, we whisk the flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt together. Using your stand mixer, beat the butter, brown sugar, and white sugar until fluffy and creamed. Add the egg and vanilla and mix on high speed. In case you're wondering why I'm using 2 eggs, I also followed her instructions so that I can easily double this recipe with no problems. Since this is both from my sister-in-law and friend, I gave it a go. We then mix the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients until combined. Since this is a double chocolate recipe, it is a must to add chocolate chips. To balance out the sweetness, I prefer using dark chocolate since the cookie will be covered with insane amounts of sugar. While looking at recipes, I learned that here in the States, chocolate crinkles are traditionally baked during the holidays, and they're as classic as Christmas sugar cookies. I find that very interesting because in the Philippines, you can find chocolate crinkles at almost any bake shop all year round. Next, we have to chill the cookie dough for at least 2 hours, and this is a must. To save space, I use parchment paper and place it in a sealed bag. After 2 hours or so, remove the cookie dough from the refrigerator and allow to sit at room temperature for about 15 minutes. Scoop about 1½ tablespoons of dough and roll into balls. Roll each ball very lightly in granulated sugar, then in the confectioner's sugar. When ready, bake the cookies in your 350 degrees Fahrenheit preheated oven for 11 to 12 minutes. Sally mentioned if the cookies are not spreading by minute 9, remove from the oven and lightly bang the baking pan on the counter to help initiate the spread. I did this and it worked. Cool the cookies for 5 minutes on the baking pan, then transfer to a wire rack to cool completely. I must say that I'm impressed with how these crinkles turn out and to think this is my first time baking them. Because she advised rolling the dough in the granulated sugar before rolling in the confectioner's sugar, the cookie kept its stark white color. I highly encourage you to try this recipe because of the ease and simplicity of the instructions and how the pictures of her crinkles matched mine. The cookies were very moist and almost brownie-like. In fact, I even tried baking it without the sugar coating and it turned into a better than brownie cookie. This is excellent for amateurs such as myself. You may use this as your base recipe and start tweaking the ingredients to your liking and make it totally your own, just like this butter coconut crust I Frankenstein today. Now that we know how to make these, we don't need to wait for the holidays. Besides, maybe by the time we can all safely go out and meet up with family and friends, it's already chocolate crinkle season. I really do hope we inspired you to try something new today. Thanks for stopping by. Talk soon.